99 leagues.
That's not the right way back to the farm. What is going on here? Somebody must have programmed this thing to give faulty directions.
Ahead of car. Destination read. Error. Return home. New destination processing. Turn right now.
Hey, Nancy. Frosty's got quite the unusual scream, doesn't he?
Well, he had kind of a good reason.
Oh, come on. Did you scream when you saw that mouse in Scott's office? No. He thinks he's so smooth. First time I heard him do that, I thought my little sister was downstairs.
What do you want to do now that you've finished your degree?
Actually, I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of weighing my options.
Thanks to that faulty GPS, I wound up in the middle of a violent thunderstorm on my way back from fixing the antenna. I know it sounds paranoid, but I think someone tampered with it.
You sure you were operating it correctly?
Positive.
I'll have Chase take a look at it. What else is going on?
I better get to work.
Have fun!
I can't turn in. I still have stuff to do.
One of the things I want you to do today is trap the mice I keep seeing by the table and get them out of here. They're starting to get pretty annoying.
I better get to work.
Have fun!
And that's how the West was won. all of them. Don't worry, fellas. You're gonna like your new home.
It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
Morning, Debbie. What's up?
If I seem a little frantic, it's because there's a front moving in capable of producing a supercell, maybe even lots of supercells. So we're moving out ASAP. Everyone's already outside. You'll ride with Chase and the... Holy cow, that was the jack for Scott's phone! Forget what I was saying. You're gonna have to stay here and fix Scott's phone connection. Scott will freak if he comes back and his phone doesn't work. Soon as I finish entering these data, I am out of here. Go on, go fix that phone! Go!
But how do I fix a phone? I've never done anything like that.
It probably just needs to be rewired. I've seen you work. I know you can figure this out for us.
Come on, Debbie, let's get going.
On my way.
That should do it. There, all fixed. What's that sound?
As long as you're making sure that everything looks right, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I know what I'm doing here.
That's Scott. This headset must have some kind of wireless connection to his cell phone. Wonder who he's talking to.
Congratulations! Any chance you can keep your act together so that the rest of the world doesn't also know what you're up to?
No one suspects a thing, Brooke.
Brooke? That's the name of the leader of that rival Chase team.
Let's try to keep it that way.
You worry about keeping up your part of the deal. I've got everything and everyone under control out here.
There's some kind of residue on the blade. Smells like... coolant.
With the Milan premiere.
Previously on Attorney General.
I never asked to be a 4-star general.
And I never asked to fall in love with you.
Previously on Are You a Detective?
Andrew Morris?
Previously on Detective Beach.
You're a loose cannon, McNorton. I want your badge and your surfboard on my desk immediately.
Only one man would be crazy enough to use a shark to rob a bank.
You gotta put me back on the case, Chief.
With the Milan
Next week, on the season finale of Heights General, will Dr. Mering finally ask Nurse Julie out? Will the doctors find out that Sylvia still faints at the sight of blood before she performs Mr. Jenkins' Inspector colonotomy? Find out Tuesday. We'll see you at the ICU.
Nancy, good to hear from you. I've been watching the weather. Things look like they've been pretty rough out there. Glad to hear you made it through okay.
It was pretty intense. We would have gotten some great data, but
You still got a saboteur on the loose. Well, what else is new?
can you tell me anything about Brooke Tavenaugh?
Now that's some good detective work. You want to make sure that we're not overlooking what's going on with the other team, am I right?
That's right.
Now, I don't know much about Brooke, except that she's pushing hard for that #1 spot. Very ambitious and very smart. A woman with that kind of talent doesn't need to sabotage her competitors, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Just out of curiosity, how many products do you make?
Oh, let me see now. Krollmeister Particle Accelerator, Krollmeister Salad Cannon, well, the whole line of salad dressings, of course, and then there's, not a clue. A lot. Never took the time to count.
Do you have a favorite invention?
Oh, well, now that you mention it, no, not really. All the really good ones got done before I came on the scene. Would have liked to come up with something big, like the clock, or the car, or the zipper. But that's the drawback of being a modern-day inventor. I'll be honest, most of the inventing I do is just gluing one thing onto another, like the phone radio or the thermometer pen. It's not exciting, but it's what the public seems to want.
Would it be possible for someone to sabotage a GPS device?
Of course it would. It takes a top-notch mind to put together something as complicated as a GPS device, but I don't need to tell you that. It's always easier to destroy something than it is to make it work well. Why do you ask?
My GPS went a little wonky and sent me right into a storm, and I don't think it was an accident.
I don't like the sound of that one bit, Andy. From now on, I want you reading maps, too. Like the old saying goes, trust but verify. I'm going to do some snooping on my end to see what kind of people you're dealing with out there. They might be worse than I suspected.
Thanks. Any idea why Debbie would be turning down better jobs to stay at Canute?
Andy, much as I love to help you with every small detail of your... Oh, come on, people! That's not even ours! Now, what was I saying? Was I lecturing you, or were we talking?
Talking. Technically.
Really? Let me go to the old playback. Can't expect me. Minus grade, big crash. Nope. Afraid that's not how I remember it. All right, then, let me continue. Never mind. I can't even work up a good lecture these days with this crew. What can I do for you, Andy?
Were you able to find anything out in your research on the team?
Aside from Frosty's impressive collection of unpaid parking tickets, nothing yet.
If you ask me, there's something suspicious about every last member of the team.
I understand that feeling, ND. Sometimes, when I'm working on a new product, the solution seems to be nowhere in sight. But if you keep marching forward, you'll come face to face with that solution before you know it. Just the way it works.
Good talking to you again.
Call me as soon as you learn anything new.
Please tell me you're going to get right up in the middle of things. Frank and I just saw footage from last year's EF3 in Kansas on the internet and we think that you should be very careful out there.
and shouldn't do anything reckless.
Unless you're with Frosty. He's the best.
You know Frosty?
Of course, he's only the most fearless shooter on the storm circuit today. Everyone's seen that one picture he took, the one with the grapefruit-sized hail flying right at the lens. You know what I'm talking about.
You sure you're talking about the same Frosty here? The one with a high-pitched scream?
High-pitched screaming aside, it takes a lot of bravery to shoot out in the field.
One man's bravery is another's reckless stupidity.
Half dozen sick situations aside,
You should definitely keep an eye on him. Awesome photographer or not, something's not on the up and up.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you know why anyone would want to attract mice into the house where we're staying?
Is this someone a cat?
Unlikely.
Then I have no clue.
I found some very interesting letters.
All right, tell me more.
Seems that Debbie's been turning down some pretty good employment opportunities.
Alright, that's not very interesting at all. Continue.
It's getting there, trust me. It seems from these letters that Debbie expects to take control of the team soon.
Alright, she's ambitious.
These go beyond ambitions. From reading these letters, it's clear that she expects Scott out, and soon. Not hopes he'll leave, expects him to be gone. Now, either she has some information that none of the rest of the team has, or
she plans on pushing him off the team herself.
I could really use some help working on the weather balloon circuitry.
Since you don't know where the connections are, you're gonna have to use the process of elimination. Start by looking along the edges for fans marked with 5, or for fans in the corners with 3. That means all possible connections leading from those fans are wired.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Wow, if it ain't my favorite customer.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Y'all hurry back.
Mice? I don't know. Looks to me like this was made by the knife I saw in Scott's office. Looks like Chase stepped in that oil puddle I saw by the sprinklers. Or are there other puddles of oil around here? Hello?
Nancy! Good. Glad I got you. You alright now? Everybody get through that storm?
Yeah, we're all fine.
Great. I was hoping so, but after something that big, thought I'd better check. While I got you on the phone, something's come up and I could really use you down at the store. Please, hurry!
Okay, I'll be right there.
You're here, and you brought the mousetrap. Good. Because I've been seeing a lot of mice lately, especially by that homesteader display in the museum. Must have a nest right beside it. I want you to catch them for me and get them out of here before the health department hears about it. They give me a hard enough time already for selling all them Cocoa Kringle products.
I can do that for you, sure.
That's a spit. Here. Here's one of them moom chunks to use as bait.
Ooh, I'll need that. Thanks.
So you just go on over there and have at it. You can't leave, Nancy. There's still mice to be caught. You ain't going nowhere till you catch them mice.
That's out of my price range.